Given the half-century milestone, the annual celebratory marches with their shouts of "Fascismo nunca mais," fascism never again, promised to be especially triumphant this year. Despite its longevity, the 48-year dictatorship, led for most of its duration by Salazar, a squeaky-voiced economist, never quite managed to seal the lid on a largely leftist insurgent soup simmering beneath it. Resting on pillars of nationalism, Catholicism, and corporatism, Salazar's rule seems to have been motivated in part by nostalgia for an imagined Portuguese rural Italy and a hatred of modernity. Under his one-party administration, Coca-Cola was banned. Women required their husband's permission to open a bank account, and you even needed a license for one of those subversively newfangled things, a cigarette lighter. Meanwhile, Salazar's political police, the PIDE, were kept busy by the clandestine opposition groups, proliferating towards the end of Salazar's rule, so busy that, as one account of the era relates, complained of the cries of
fucking idiot
coming from the PIDE headquarters opposite, only to be told that no, they were the screaming tram wheels. Back at the restaurant, Saul unfolds before me a family tree of the 20 or more underground groupings spawned in Portugal from the 1960s on.
Fucking moron.
Saul and José Luis belonged to one of them, called the Popular Action Front, and were picked up by
11:52 report Tesco Driver. Fucking lunatic.
Like a concentrated miniature of Salazarian society. News was scant, communication largely forbidden, and the regime specialized in a kind of bruiseless ill-treatment and sleep deprivation. When the prisoners went on hunger strike to demand better conditions, they were force-fed. "I never eat between meals," Sal had went to the guards, sealing his lips. No matter, they forced a hose attached to a funnel down one of his nostrils. Yet, compared with its authoritarian counterparts in Chile, Brazil, or Argentina, Salazar's repression, Sal muses, was rather smooth. Fear, as he puts it, was efficiently generalized. The dictatorship was also singularly pragmatic, cozying up to and then dropping its fascist allies like Mussolini. This pragmatism is what helped the regime to last so long, says another ex-subversive, Fernando Pereira Marques. Banged up by the regime in 1968 after an attempted town occupation, Professor Marques later became an academic and Socialist Party MP. Avuncular now in his 70s, this militant-turned-teacher has a theory too about the recent rebirth of the far right in Portugal. A new party called Chega did well in national elections last month when it became the third largest force in Portuguese politics. Its success is born of a kind of mistrust of the political centre in Lisbon, Professor Marques says, and of politicians in general. Perhaps Professor Marques, along with Saul,